So good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time out and registering and coming here. We're looking forward to seeing more entrepreneurs through the day. Right now, there's around 150 of you here. Um, it's an exciting day for us. It's our first Sharrp Summit, first of many to come. So today, I'll share a little bit about Sharrp and a little bit about my journey as well. So there's one thing in common that we have. Any guesses what it is? We're all entrepreneurs here. So I was an entrepreneur in my previous avatar, and I'll tell you a little bit about my journey right now. So in my growing up years, I witnessed my father building Marico from a family business into an institution. I was lucky enough to see how Kaya was nurtured from a small sort of prototype that we had in our office into a scaled organization. So I've gotten some of those learnings, and I think that's definitely impacted me in terms of how I think. And over the years, when I came back from my undergrad in the US, I worked in Kaya. My first stint was with Kaya, and I did that for 3 years. I worked in different parts of the business, and then something within me, it just wasn't happy, and I wasn't getting the satisfaction that I wanted out of working in Kaya. I think I wanted my own autonomy. I wanted to take my own decisions, and I wanted to be my own master of my destiny, and see the entire expanse of the business rather than just working in a silo. So it was at that time that I quit. I quit, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no clue in terms of what I should be doing. And at that time, after ideating, I could see my mother. In fact, she was creating these niche soaps it's literally out of her kitchen. She was creating niche soaps. I said, "Listen, Mom, can you do the creative part, and I'll run the entire business." So it was completely bootstrapped. It was a mom and son shop, and that's when my actual journey started with entrepreneurship. It's completely bootstrapped. I think we did that entire 0 to 1 journey as an entrepreneur, from everything from getting a small team in place to going and selling your products at exhibitions, to talking to customers, to fabricating stalls for exhibitions, staying up all night to do that. I think that entire school of hard knocks, I think that really helped me really appreciate what entrepreneurs go through. And I did that for around 5 years. And then at the end of that 5 years, I said, "Listen, this is great that we're building this brand, but in high-end soaps, there's no market, there's no large market to it. It's still a very niche business." So that's when I think that those are one of my first lessons of entrepreneurship, where I actually realized that scale is critical, and you need a high-margin business, you need scale, and you have to do what the customer wants at the end of the day. And so that was my first sort of pivot that I did, from just creating high-end soaps to launching my own brand of premium personal care products. So I created this brand called Pure Sense, which at the time was way ahead of itself, because the whole concept of like clean beauty did not really exist in the country. So we launched it in around 2016, and again, I had that same journey with going outside, waiting for retailers to give me their purchase orders, waiting outside to agree on the terms of trade. I think it's just the basics again. But I think that led me to understand different nuances of the consumer and get a deep insight into the different consumer trends. And there was again growing restlessness within me, and I felt I wanted to do something. I had the urge to see different dimensions of the consumer. So, and I wanted more, and I couldn't really put my finger on it in terms of what I wanted to do. And so again, while I was running this business on the side, I was talking to my father, saying, "Listen, can we brainstorm? Can we do something else as well?" And he just casually mentioned to me, saying, "Listen, we've got some liquidity, and Marico is a listed company. We get dividends." So he's like, "Listen, I'm a true blue entrepreneur. I want to put all the money back into Marico because that's what I believe in. I believe in the business. I don't know what you want to do, but this is what I want to do. So, I mean, long story short, I was able to convince him, and I disagreed with him, saying that, listen, can we diversify? Why don't we look at? I'd seen a little bit of what this whole fuss about venture capital, what that was about, and I was like, can we invest in funds? So luckily, he allowed me to do that. He said, fine, I'll give you a chance. You know, you do this, you see where you go. So I mean, I took that as an opportunity, and I said, fine, we'll get going. And another colleague of mine and me both started this together in terms of just investing in a few funds. And you know, and I was running my business parallelly, but on the side as well, we were doing this, and you know, we got to meet entrepreneurs. I mean, for me, it's a complete revelation, right? Because all this time I was just running my own business, so I didn't know another reality could even exist. So, and this whole venture capital thing was even new to me. So, but while we were meeting other entrepreneurs, we got really excited. We started enjoying this, listening to their stories, to their struggle, to their journeys, and that's what really excited us, and that really excited me. So I said, listen, I want to do more of this, and I think, long story short, you know, we landed up in doing a whole bunch of investments, but even directly investing into these companies, right? So first it was directly investing in the funds. Then with the funds, we said, let's co-invest. So we're co-investing with those funds. Then we said, okay, fine, we have the courage to invest directly because, you know, it is a high-risk game at the end of the day. So you want to do it gradually, and you want to dip your feet, you don't want to dip your toes in and slowly start investing. So my father's also the back of his mind. He's like, let's see what this guy does. If I'm able to get a better return than Marico. Marico return, the stock market has given you 21% IRR in the last 10 years. So I had to beat that benchmark. So, I mean, you know, we got sort of lucky with the right entrepreneurs coming to us as well. So, you know, one fine day, this is the early days of Sharrp. You know, we had this lady who was an ex-banker. She's a senior ex-banker, and she came to pitch to us. So first when we met her, we're like, what's wrong with her? You know, how is she thinking that she can do some Gen Z millennial platform? I don't think it's going to work. So then we met her again the second time, and this time it was at her office. And so we went there. She was in an industrial gala, like small little, you know, corner office. And, you know, she was sharing a laptop with her daughter. And we were just really intrigued. We saw the team. You know, the team was completely different from the whole beauty personal care industry. So again, she was doing something different. I could see the talent that she had, top quality talent in her team. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. You know, as a beauty personal care entrepreneur, I said, this is a big pain point. You know, where can I retail my products? I mean, there's only one Amazon. At that time, Myntra was building up, but there was only one Amazon I could retail from. I mean, this whole D2C concepts, I mean, it's come up in the last few years, right? It's not in 2016. It pretty much didn't even exist in the way that it does today. So, you know, we were sold. We were sold at the idea, and you know, we loved her frugality. She was very frugal with her spends. She was very hands-on. She was coming from a first principle basis. There was no sort of baggage of beauty personal care in her thought process. And we said, wow, this is something that we got to back, and this is super exciting. And you know, so it turns out that you know, the business is Nykaa, which listed, you know, 2 years back. And I think, you know, and that sort of, because we spotted some of those opportunities early in the game, and we've got more other than Nykaa, we're early stage investors in brands like Bira, Healthcart, Mama Earth. And so, you know, we felt that we're onto something, and we felt that, fine, my father also had more faith in me and said, okay, fine, here you can increase your capital to venture capital, to the whole VC piece. So, I mean, that's how broadly our journey started. It made me actually sell my business. In 2020, just before COVID, I was lucky enough to get an exit from my own business and get full-time into Sharrp. So, I mean, we've been full-time for the last 3 years, but I think a lot has changed with time. Of course, the ecosystem has matured significantly. And, you know, sitting here today, there'll be a lot of you here with different phenomenal ideas, very innovative, and that's what we see today. And that's why, as Sharrp, we wanted to do something like this. But so anyway, coming back, I left the business. We're full-time now into Sharrp. When we started, it was just me part-time and another colleague of mine who was also part-time. Today, we're a team of 6 of us. we've invested into around 17 funds and 23 direct investments into companies. And then out of those 23, again, we do follow-on round fundings in 11 of those 23. So this is just to give you an idea in terms of what we've done in the last eight years. And I mean, for us, it's been very exciting. From a team of 2, now we're a team of 6. I think overall, the kind of themes that we want to look at and what we believe is the future for consumer is, that we want to invest in going forward is consumer tech, sustainability, health tech, and we think these themes are critical going forward. Even as India as a country as well, we are racing towards this whole $5 trillion economy, and I think we're just getting started right now. And the consumer right now is ready. Those same consumers who are spending less today are spending more. The overall ecosystem has grown significantly. I mean, I don't need to tell you this. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sure all of you are using all these ecosystem vendors and partners. But I think we are very excited at Sharrp. I think we're here for the long term. We are long-term patient capital. From our end, I think we've immersed ourselves well into certain themes like vernacular, the Bharat of India. It's not just that small sliver of super premium consumers. We want to go more massy in terms of our offerings and what's out there as well. And I think we've done immersions in terms of different go-to-market strategies into offline. And I think these are some of the themes you'll hear about today as well. So I think we believe that being long-term patient capital, we hope a lot of you in the audience today will be part of our success story as we will be a part of yours. So with that, thank you so much and hope you have a great day ahead.